What up, people? Thank you for joining me for another beer review. It's Beer Monster o'clock on the Beer Monster Reviews. Hope you're all keeping well. So what have I got for you today? Another review of a beer on the Perfectdraft. The beer in question is Becks Gold. Never tried Becks Gold at all in any form. Becks out of a bottle in the UK is rubbish, but Becks on the Perfectdraft was the first keg I reviewed and I thought it was fantastic. Will Becks Gold be better? Or will it be a bag of rubbish? Let's find out, shall we? Let's get her poured. Let me know if you tried this one, guys. And do you prefer it to the normal Becks? That's the question. Or do you just prefer the regular Becks? Because I'd be really interested to know what people's thoughts are on this. There we go. Thankfully the machine is fixed and we've got a normal size head. Lovely jubbly. Is it going in a Heineken glass? Because I don't have a Becks glass, sadly. I might get one, especially if I like this Becks, because I do like the normal one, so I can see myself getting that again. And if there's two of them I like, it's a no-brainer to get the real glass, isn't it? Anyway, obviously I got this keg from the Perfectdraft website. It cost me £25 and 55p. It's a short dated keg, but it's still got 3 months on it. So yeah, sometimes the short dated kegs, you still got a few months. It's not a biggie, is it? Yeah, 25.55 a keg, which works out to, I'll write it down, £1.82 a pint. Definitely cheaper than the gallons at a pub. So yeah, you can't complain too much. Of course, it's a German lager, 4.9% ABV. Let's have a look and see what we get. We have a white head. It's slightly dissipated a little bit. Good levels of carbonation going up the Heineken glass. Heineken. There we go. There's a look at your beverage. I would say it's a very nice golden colour, which is fitting because it's Becks Gold. So yeah, but it is a very beautiful, rather sexual looking golden colour. The head is, yeah, it's not really hanging around, which is not really been a thing on the Perfectdraft for me so far. They've all gave good head and they tend to stick around. Let's just top that up a little bit and see whether it goes again. Just top that up just a little bit there. And I've made a complete mess of it. Just give that a few seconds to soak through to the drainage system on the Perfectdraft. There we go. I mean, that looks pleasant, doesn't it? But is it going to hang around? I don't know. It looks a bit more draft-like now. It was the first pour off the keg, so, you know, considering it was the first pour, I was quite impressed, actually. Right, let's get the nose in there and check out the aromas of the old Becks Gold, shall we? Malty. It doesn't smell like the normal Becks. This smells got like a sweet malt. It doesn't smell like a Pilsner. Sweet malt for me. Maybe too sweet for me. I'm not sure. It's a little sweet. Slight herbal sort of character to it. A little grassy maybe. Very subtle though. Not the biggest of aroma. Quite small bubbles. Another look at that beer. Quite small bubbles. This head seems to be sticking around a bit better on the top up. So perhaps it was just because it was the first pour, but normally you get too much head on the first pour. Make it make sense. I don't know. Anyway, let's chuck it down the neck and see if I think it is indeed worth a buy. £1.82 a pint. Cheers, everybody. Bosh. Prost if you're German. First impressions, it's a nice drinkable lager. But let's approach the killer question straight away. Is it better than the original Becks? It's also the same ABV. I think I'm going to need one more go, but I think I know the answer to that. Oh, it's nice being back down to 3 degrees. No, it's not better than the original Becks. The original Becks is still the king over Becks Gold, in my opinion. Other opinions may vary, real different. And I'm going to tell you why. This one's a bit sweeter. It's not massively sweet. I'd still say it's a nice, drinkable beer, and I'm quite happily going to demolish that keg. And just answering the question, I don't think it's better than the normal Becks. But I like Pilsners. For me, this is no longer a Pilsner. It's just not. It doesn't have that bitterness, that Becks bite, which is what I like about Becks. This doesn't really have that. It's more of a nibble. You know, I want to be bitten, not nibbled. Slightly sweeter as well, which if you know the channel well, you'll know I'm not the biggest fan of sweet beers. It's not overly sweet. I'll still smash the keg, but you know, just tit for tatting sort of thing. I prefer the normal Becks because it's not as sweet, if you know what I mean. It's got that nice smooth draft-like mouthfeel. Perhaps one plus is possibly you could have over the original Becks. It's perhaps slightly smoother, the mouthfeel actually. Possibly. It's difficult without having them side by side. It's a nice drinkable lager still, to be fair with you. I mean, most German lagers are, aren't they? I'm not saying it's horrible. It's just, I'm getting quite a big hit of citrus on it, though. And I'm getting like grassy sort of bitterness, but it's not a bite. I wouldn't call it a bite. As I say, it's a nibble. Sweet malts initially, like grainy, bready sort of malts on the start. Definitely a herbal sort of character to it towards the end with that bitterness. It's an all right pint. It's an all right pint, but it's not a great pint compared to some of the ones I've tried on the Perfectdraft, like Spaten. Even though I took the keg out so many times in that I reviewed yesterday, probably edges this for me. Hassel Road is better. Normal Becks is better. It's better than Stella, I'd say. The normal Stella, it's not better than unfiltered Stella. So it's kind of all the kegs I've tried so far, I think this is my 12th keg I've reviewed. It's probably sitting in 11th, maybe 10th place, something like that. But it's still not bad. It's still not bad. For the price I paid, £25.55, 182 a pint, I still think it represents good value, and I would buy it again at that price, at the salt dated price. But at full price, you're talking 35, 36 quid. There's other kegs I would definitely choose after this, you know. But as far as like bang for buck goes, for 182, it's a drinkable, decent pint. But it's not one of the big boys for me. But it's £10 cheaper when it's short dated. So, you know, if you're on a bit of a budget like me and you're trying to be a bit savvy, yeah, it's a little bit worse, but you know, it's perfectly acceptable beverage. Let me know what your thoughts are on this beer if you've tried it. I'd be interested to know if anybody prefers it over the original Becks, because of course we are all different. These are only my opinions of the beer monster. The bitterness on this one is kind of not a particularly nice bitterness. It's kind of grassy and slightly burnt. I don't know, that's just me. But overall, it's a decent beer. I'll give it a 7.5, maybe 8 actually, just because I'd say 7.5. But then, like, I don't know, the mouthfeel's really nice and it is going down. It's just a slightly funny aftertaste for me, which is putting me off a little bit. But I think it could also grow on you. You could actually grow to like that kind of unusual aftertaste as well. So I'm looking forward to cracking into a few more pints of it. If my opinions change, I might even make another video, who knows. But thanks for joining me, guys. Smash that like button. If you want to support my channel, I'd really appreciate it. And consider subscribing to the channel if you've not done already, if you want to support my channel, because it helps the channel gain a bit of traction on the YouTube algorithms, apparently. Till the next one, people. Bye-bye, darlings. Get the fuck out of here, you slags. Bye.